Travis Barker's kids thanking fans for support amid the drummer's health battle. More legal trouble for Amber Heard.
It's a sad state of affairs that made such headline global news.
The Stranger Things cast dishes on the show's emotional season 4 finale.
It's off the bat not looking great for us.
No, it's not.
It never does.
Really not.
Really.
And a look at how the summer's most viral movie scene came together.
I remember passing out with like 3 different cakes in my hand.
ET's The Download starts right now. We begin with an update on Travis Barker.
His loved ones are speaking out and thanking fans for their outpouring of support after his recent health scare. Now, Travis was rushed to the hospital on Tuesday, where an ET source says he was diagnosed with pancreatitis.
Amid the health battle, his daughter Alabama took to Instagram, posting a photo of her hand next to his, adding, "Thank you guys for all the prayers and love. I appreciate you and love all of you." The drummer's stepdaughter, Antiana De La Hoya, is also expressing gratitude on her IG, writing, "Thank you for the outpouring of love and prayers sent our way at this time. It is heard, felt, and appreciated."
Now on to Justin Bieber, who appears to be on the road to recovery after his Ramsay-Hunt syndrome diagnosis.
The singer was spotted leaving life hyperbarics this week. A source tells ET Justin has actually been using hyperbaric chambers for years for health and healing purposes. Our source adds he got into the practice as a way to detox and heal after years of neglecting his health and body.
Justin revealed his diagnosis to fans earlier this month, revealing his health struggles left half of his face paralyzed. And Haley gave an update on her husband's condition to Good Morning America.
He's doing really well. He is getting better every single day. He's feeling a lot better, and obviously it was just a very scary and random situation to happen.
Now, Travis Barker's buddy Machine Gun Kelly had a health scare of his own, even though it was self-inflicted.
He's telling Seth Meyers why he smashed a champagne glass on his forehead.
You know when you clink a champagne glass with a fork to
get people's attention, to start a toast? Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't have a fork.
Okay.
So I just clinked it on my head.
In medicine, they call that asking for it.
Yeah, so I had a serious case of that last night.
Yeah.
So this is what MGK looked like before he cleaned himself up. Now, moving on to another Kelly Clarkson. She is admitting how hard her divorce is.
Yeah, the singer and ex Brandon Blackstock were married for 7 years. They just finalized their divorce in March. Now she's opening up to Apple One's The Global Chart Show about how she's turning that experience into new music.
I've never had this difficult of a project, and it's been like 2 years and not easy with kids, especially. That makes it just a whole different dynamic. My outlet in general is just writing. I mean, I have to be completely honest, but that's a hard thing to navigate, right?
Turning now to Amber Heard.
Just weeks after that high-profile defamation case against Johnny Depp, she's facing renewed scrutiny down under.
Do you find that Mr. Depp has proven all the elements of defamation? Answer, yes.
Amber is still on the hook for more than $10 million after that verdict a month ago. And now we've learned she's still embroiled in another case in Australia. A spokesperson for the Department of Agriculture, Water and Environment tells ET they're investigating allegations that Amber lied under oath during court proceedings for the 2015 illegal importation of her 2 dogs into the country. You'll recall when Amber and Johnny were still married, they brought their 2 Yorkshire Terriers, Pistol and Boo, to Australia without declaring them, despite the country's strict quarantine policy. It's something Johnny discussed with Jimmy Kimmel.
He went to Australia, shooting Pirates of the Caribbean. Did you smuggle the dogs into the country?
No, the dogs we were under the impression that we had all the paperwork done for the dogs. We were there with the dogs in front of everybody. There might have been other things smuggled.
In July 2015, Amber was charged with 2 counts of illegally importing the animals. She later pleaded guilty to falsifying travel documents.
And how are the dogs? Are they good? Yes, they're good, despite attempts by certain rogue, thug Australian government officials.
And the following year, Johnny and Amber issued this apology.
Australia is a wonderful island with a treasure trove of unique plants, animals, and people.
It has to be protected.
are about to turn upside down because the dramatic conclusion to Stranger Things Season 4 drops tonight.
I spoke with the cast about the emotional final 2 episodes.
He's not going to stop. Not until he's taken everyone.
Everything is driven by love and survival.
Your friends have lost.
It's off the bat not looking great for us.
No, it's not.
It never does.
It's really not.
Really?
These final 2 episodes are supersized. In fact, Chapter 9 is the length of a movie. And while we won't spoil it for you, creators the Duffer Brothers promise a much darker finale and fate for the Hawkins crew.
We always survive and work best as a team, and now we don't have that option.
There are characters who are in real danger that is surprising.
I know you're frightened.
So, things to watch out for. 1, more Kate Bush.
She gets her life saved by Kate Bush.
2, what will happen with Vecna? A behind-the-scenes secret? Jamie Campbell Bower, who spent 8.5 hours transforming into the villainous creature, actually used his creepy voice between takes.
They can't help you, Max.
3, get ready for a Stranger Things spin-off. The Duffer Brothers haven't officially announced anything, but they teased, quote, "There's more exciting stories to tell. It's going to be different than what anyone is expecting, including Netflix."
When we watch the episodes, I'm like, wow, I'm just watching this as a fan. I didn't see any of this on the day.
I cannot wait for the finale. I'm probably gonna pull an all-nighter. I'm just gonna roll right in from watching it. No sleep tonight.
So extra concealer for you tomorrow on
No,
your eyes?
this is like warts and all. Let's go with it. No makeup tomorrow.
All right, while Stranger Things fans clearly can't get enough of Season 4, Top Gun Maverick fans can't get enough of this iconic scene. And now we're getting a look at the making of those magical moments.
Yeah, we just pumped it up.
Getting everything immaculately perfect and ready for the iconic scene.
This is a good one. I don't know if you've tried this.
I'm not gonna sign off on that.
It's more about more reps with less weight. These guys have no idea what they're doing.
You want the opportunity to have that scene in a movie that people just have fun and dance, whatever it is.
Now that unforgettable scene has made star Miles Teller a social media sensation. I mean, thanks to this shirtless shimmy right here. You know, he told E.T. shooting it was no walk in the park, actually.
You finish the beach scene, you then celebrate. I remember passing out with like 3 different cakes in my hand. And then they call you a couple weeks later and they're like, we got to reshoot that. You're like, oh my God. So mad.
Well, here's the thing. It doesn't seem to have mattered because Top Gun Maverick is now well past $1 billion at the global box office. And really, you couldn't ask for a better team building exercise, by the way.
All right, it looks exactly like this before we come in here on stage and do the show. Speaking of teams, it's been 15 years since the Autobots rolled out for their first live-action film when Michael Bay's Transformers hit the big screen.
3, 2, 1, go!
It's the biggest movie of this summer.
That's weird. I just wouldn't peg you for mechanical.
Was the kissing scene awkward?
Hell no. But it was enjoyable. I mean, I'm just talking from my standpoint now.
Shia found love on screen, battled shape-shifting robots, and brought CGI to life.
Yeah, I mean, it's challenging, sure. I mean, because you gotta conjure it all up. And there's nothing to react to or respond to.
He was just 21 at the time, co-star Megan a month older, and both were just hitting it big.
Run! They got you here! Okay. I've had the worst day ever.
E.T. was behind the scenes of the near $710 million blockbuster, the first of 6 movies so far in the franchise.
It's not opening.
We're all rolling?
Action-loving Michael Bay directed, and it was one of the first big movies for Josh Duhamel.
How's it feel up there?
Feels good. And Tyrese. We were there as they filmed in a scorching New Mexico desert.
Started out in the desert in 120-degree heat, sand dunes. You know?
And Michael almost passed out.
Lot of heat stroke. A lot of heat stroke is going around.
Really?
Oh yeah, it's dead serious. When you don't sit down, heat stroke comes on like that.
Well, then what's your secret to staying cool?
I'm just cool, babe.
So are there a lot of stunts for them?
John, you're talking to me. Of course there's a lot of stunts.
Oh, God. But it's fun.
Yeah, it's fun.
Which one of us is sexier? I think we both have our own sexy thing going. He could never pull the girls I could pull, and vice versa. But us together, man, we gonna shut it down.
Bring the rain.
On to another movie milestone.
Yeah, grab your Chanel boots, book your tickets to Paris, because The Devil Wears Prada is celebrating its Sweet 16.
There you are, Emily. How many times do I have to scream your name?
Actually, it's Andy. Meryl Streep's performance as Ice Queen fashion editor Miranda Priestley snagged the actress her 14th Oscar nod. And Anne Hathaway's Andy proved her acting chops far exceeded The Princess Diaries.
I really did everything I could think of. That's all.
Meryl's known to be chummy on sets, but for this film, she kept her distance to keep the on-screen tensions authentic.
She pulled me aside at the beginning of the film and said, listen, I just want to say, I think you're perfect. I'm so excited that we're going to be working together. But that's the last nice thing I'm going to say to you. And it was.
I didn't try to stay in the character, but I'm naturally in a bad mood, so it was not that difficult.
And turns out we almost didn't get the now memorable pairing. During negotiations for the part, Streep was ready to walk over what she felt was a low offer. So producers doubled it on the spot to keep her. As for Anne Hathaway, she wasn't the first choice to play Andy. Rachel McAdams was. And the 2006 film also put newcomer Emily Blunt on the map.
Just one stomach flew away from my goal weight.
She later went on to reunite with Meryl twice for the musicals Into the Woods and Mary Poppins Returns.
I've known her for many years, and it doesn't mean I'm any less in awe of her and what she does. But I know her better now. She's such a broad, you know, she's so cool and fun and smart, and she charms everyone.
I always sort of harass Emily in every film we're in, so I'm looking forward to that.
I can't shake her. I mean, I've done 3 movies with her now, but this is, I think, the most beautiful gift she's given to the world. This performance and this movie.
And speaking of cast reunions, Anne Hathaway would go on to work alongside Stanley Tucci once again in The Witches on HBO Max.
To get to pick up with Stanley and get to play totally different characters and get to be weird and silly, it was really special.
But what can we do? We can't go cutting up.
That was great, and she's terrorizing me, and I suppose I terrorized her a little bit in the first movie.
I don't think I need these. Miranda hired me. She knows what I look like.
Do you?
The Devil Wears Prada went on to make over $325 million. That's nearly 10 times what it cost to make. But oh, those fashions?
The handbags, and I think there were 60 of them. You know, many, many, many of them cost over $10,000.
Anne's favorite dress? This gorgeous Galliano gown.
Like when you put it on, it felt like it was made of sex, and it was just absolute heaven to wear.
But once filming was over, the ladies were ready to get back into their jeans and t-shirts.
I said, are you gonna become a real fashion girl after this? She says, oh God, no. And I was like, I am so there. But I defected first. I went out 3 weeks later and bought a Prada dress. Yeah.
Speaking of fashion, this summer it's all about showing some skin, not just arms and legs. We're talking about scalps, too.
Okay, so the Hadid sisters clearly got this memo. Gigi is practically unrecognizable, going bald with just a touch of bangs. It's the new look, y'all. Walking in Marc Jacobs' show in New York City. Now, Gigi's little sister, Bella, was incognito too, posting these photos to the gram. I'm sorry,
I love the wording. Just a hint of bang. Just a little smidge of bang. Check out these looks from Louis Vuitton's men's show. So we got ginormous boom boxes, lots of color, and splashes of Pokemon. We've all heard of going green, but Spanish fashion house Loewe is taking it next level. The models actually had grass growing from their clothes.
So designer Jonathan Anderson's goal here was to raise awareness about nature. He threw in some clothes with working screens to help drive that point home.
But who needs actual clothes when undies is the new vibe? Well, at least for designer Tom Brown. His new men's collection features jock straps, chaps, bikinis, and micro mini skirts, all for men.
fashion.
Yeah, I don't think I could pull it off, but, you know, good for these guys. All right, guys, now on to our favorite rambling redhead, Jen Todrick. She's back for season 2 of No Demo Reno on HGTV.
ET's Lauren Zima is giving us some behind-the-scenes secrets.
So we're gonna have brick here, amazing pendants, new island, my beams.
What do you call your signature Jen Todrick bun? It needs a name.
8-day dirty hair. And my mom and I were watching a rerun, and I was like, Mom, who wears hair like that on national television? And we both just laughed at each other. Like, we were laughing in silence because no one. I don't know, I'm digging it.
And so are the fans. Jen and her bun are back for season 2 of No Demo Reno. What makes HGTV's Thursday show special is that the mom of 3 sticks to the house's original floor plan, aka no moving walls and no major demo.
Oh my God.
What can you do to make the space bigger without that demo?
Bigger without the demo. Paint is just a beautiful, magical thing. The right paint choice.
Last season, the reno budgets were between $30,000 and $70,000. Now, well, we got one word for you: inflation.
80 was our lowest budget this season. Labor is so much more expensive than even materials most of the time now. It's nuts.
What was the budget on this kitchen?
Budget altogether was 85 for both spaces.
Okay, tell me about this sink that looks very fun.
These sinks are really popular right now, and you get all these cool like accessories, right? Like a strainer.
Jen, I don't cook. What is this?
Oh, this is a strainer.
Oh, you know what I thought it was? I thought we were cutting in it. I thought it was like a cheese grater, like a real big one. I love cheese.
Honestly, you probably could from the back. Yeah.
It's a pasta
my
strainer.
Goodness. Well, while LZ tries to figure that out, we are moving on to singer Johnny Orlando, who's telling us all about his debut album and the artists that bring him inspiration.
Billie Eilish she wrote a song about some gruesome stuff. Never realized you could do that.
And get ready to rock your body. Because the Backstreet Boys are celebrating a major milestone when ET's The Download returns.
That was Blur, the latest single from singer Johnny Orlando, who joins me now. Welcome.
How's it going?
I'm good. I bet it feels real good to be you right now, though.
It does.
It does, right?
Fire it up.
You've been working hard on this upcoming album, but let's talk about Blur, that single right there. I need to know the inspo behind it because, as I read, this is a story about someone who kind of came in clutch on a night where you needed it, huh?
Yes. Well, the song, it's not a true story. It was basically, I was in the session, and the producer, Rents, played that sample at the beginning of the In a Blur, and we were like, Blur, that's kind of cool. Like, I don't think that's been done before, so we based the song around that sample.
Every time it hurts, I just let it blur.
Is it fun for you to kind of explore different characters, stories, and worlds in your music like that?
For sure, I love that. I never really realized that you could do that because you hear people talk about songwriting and it's like, oh yeah, this is a very personal experience to me, which is cool. But I heard Billie Eilish say she wrote a song about some gruesome stuff, and obviously not applicable to her life, but that's really sick. I never realized you could do that.
Tell me which one is worse, living or dying first, sleeping inside a hearse. I don't sleep.
Well, Blur is totally a breadcrumb, right? You're about to serve us a whole meal with your debut album. How excited are you to give that to the world, knowing how long and how hard you've been working on it?
Excited, also very nervous.
Yeah.
But then when you put it out, it all becomes real in a way. So
and kind of scary.
Very scary. It's my debut album as well. So
yeah. But are you feeling the love from the fans? I feel like hopefully they're kind of helping you curb those nerves a little bit.
For sure.
Here's the album right here. It's all the things that could go wrong. So you've been working on it for what, a year and a half now?
2 years.
2 years.
Yeah, a year and a half actually. Probably.
Yeah.
We started conceptualizing it 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And even before that, I've been.
Well, listen, you cover a lot of ground on this record. I mean, from themes of anxiety, even social media, and of course relationships, overthinking in relationships. How's it been like for you to kind of open up so much in your music?
It's really not. It's a bit scary, a little bit.
Yeah.
But mostly just like in sessions, like writing sessions, having to actually talk about that stuff is I was a bit apprehensive to do it at first, but once you kind of get over that fear, it's a lot easier for me at least, to like tell the world things than to tell people I actually know.
'Cause I've been running from the sun and I got nowhere left to hide.
You have such a huge following, right? Like 25 million fans on social media. You're the #1 universal music group artist on TikTok with over 8.5 billion views. Does the idea of that number of people kind of watching you overwhelm you?
No, just because you can't even grasp it, really. Like, imagine 8 million people.
I can't.
What does that look like?
I have no clue.
I have no idea.
I have no idea.
So, you know, I just see the love and I see the support.
Good thing we know where to find you actually on social media.
Yes.
We have that. That's going for us. Well, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Now under exclusive with country singer Mickey Guyton.
She's making 4th of July history this weekend while also celebrating her little man's new milestones.
He's starting to say so many words. He can say up, he can say fish, he can say no very, very well. And God forbid I've cussed in front of him and he's repeated that.
Well, you can bet 16-month-old Grayson will be watching his mama's every move when she hosts a Capitol 4th Monday on PBS. Only we were behind the scenes with Mickey to get him ready for the big show, which will also be broadcast to troops around the world on the American Forces Network.
The most dazzling display of fireworks anywhere in the USA, live from Washington, D.C. It's a Capitol 4th. It's gonna be a huge, huge cast. Darren Criss, Cynthia Erivo, Yolanda Adams, Cheetah Rivera, Andy Grammer. I'm gonna sing the national anthem. I'm gonna do it again.
Of course, Mickey kicked off 2022 singing at the Super Bowl, and now she's making history as the youngest person ever to host the special.
Which is wild. I did not know that, so thank you. I'm just, the pressure. No pressure.
I'm gonna fly.
Everybody, rock your body right.
Backstreet's back. All right. Oh, a song that will stand.
I'm gonna go fire myself.
No, I need you. That is a song that will truly stand the test of time. But for now, everybody
can't not do it.
25 years old.
Yeah, off the boy band self-titled album, Everybody. No, it's just everybody included an iconic Haunted Mansion themed music video with some killer choreography. Those dance moves helped earn BSB the Best Group Video trophy at the 1998 MTV Video Music Awards.
The track actually became certified platinum in the States and became the band's second top 10 single.
I guess it hasn't sunk in. Very flattering, very flattering.
16 years after its release, Everybody got new life and gave us life, y'all, after being featured in the credits of Seth Rogen's This Is the End. Fast forward to this year, and the guys are still rocking together on their DNA World Tour.
Backstreet Boys represents like a really special place in time with, nostalgic music, and it makes people happy.
Next year, the five are celebrating their 30th anniversary. Here's what they told ET about marking the milestone with a second Vegas residency.
We would like to.
We're discussing that possibility after this tour.
So in that interview, I told them, okay, you guys celebrate your 30th anniversary as I celebrate my 30th birthday with the Vegas residency. We're all going to Vegas.
I'm sure they loved hearing that. All right, guys, that's going to do it for us today. Until tomorrow, goodbye, everybody.